The mitzvah of tzedakah is found in our parsha, Parshas Reeh. The Torah explains that when the individual who is in need comes to us, we should open our hand. Ki fasach tiftach es yad chalo. We should open our hand to the individual. And the Gemara explains that the reason why it says we should open up our hand is to teach us that it's not only for the aniyim, for those in need from our city, but even from other cities. The Shulchan Aruch explains to us that an individual within our city comes before an individual out of our city, and even individuals within our city when it comes to having family who is in need. Family becomes before individuals in the city, so we have an order of tzedakah, an order of how we give tzedakah. But why does the Torah use the double expression of pasawach tiftach, that you should open your hand? Pasawach and tiftach are really the same thing. Open, meaning open your hand. So why doesn't it just say open your hand? Why does it use the double language of pasawach tiftach? What is the Torah trying to teach us? So the Nachlas David explains to us that after a person accepts tzedakah, after a person accepts the charity that we give them, generally speaking, a person is embarrassed, and a person does not want to come back and to ever be put in this position again. So our obligation when giving tzedakah is to do so in such a form that the individual will not become embarrassed, but even more so, that they'll feel comfortable coming back to us a second time. And he says, "Sheyesh liftoach yado pam achas ba'ofen sheyiftach achar kach pam shniya." That the reason why the Torah says fasoach tiftach, that you should open your hand, but a double expression, is that the way in which we open our hand the first time to give should impact the individual accepting the tzedakah, that would make the individual want to come back so that we can give a second time. Al yedei sheyiten lo b'sever panim yafos, by virtue of us giving the tzedakah in a happy way, in a nice way, in a kind way, with a smile on our face, with sincerity in our eyes, o kemat matana b'seser, or in some hidden way, where the individual doesn't even know that we are the ones giving to them tzedakah. That the envelope is just given to them somewhere. Somehow they just find the money without knowing, without having to face us as we give it to them. O kehalva, or perhaps it's a loan that's just not paid back. Be'ofen, in a method, in a way, she'ani lo yipaga, that the poor or the individual who is collecting money, who's in need of money, doesn't feel that their self-esteem was degraded in any way by virtue of their having to face us. Az lo yimana militol shenis, then they will not refrain from asking a second time. So the mitzvah, and the reason why the Torah uses the double term of pasach tiftach, is that it's not only about the giving now, but the impact of how we give now that can cause the individual to feel comfortable that if he is in need, he or she is in need again, they can come back to us, and they can choose us as being the messenger to give tzedakah to them once again if they are in need. It's not just about the mitzvah today, it's also about the mitzvah tomorrow. So when we give tzedakah, and we should always work on this. The month of Elul is a time to have some self-introspection, to look into what we're doing and how we can be doing it better. As this week is the beginning of Elul, let's focus on this element of tzedakah, part of tshuva, part of repentance. It's tzedakah, tshuva tefillah tzedakah, ma'avirin es roach gezerah, that we change our decree by virtue of giving tzedakah. But it's not just about tzedakah this time; it's about how we give tzedakah that will make the individual in need feel comfortable to come back to us, so that we can keep on fulfilling the mitzvah. May indeed we be zocheh, may we merit to give and fulfill the mitzvah of tzedakah in the right fashion. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.